Let's talk about all of this now with Dr. Ashok Kumar. He's Associate Professor at Birkbeck University. Good morning to you, Ashok.
Good morning, Julia.
Thank you for joining us. What do you make of the state visits so far? Your general impressions? Is it worth it? Has it been good for Britain so far? Good for Keir Starmer?
Well, I think that Starmer's trying to present it as some kind of victory, and that's what makes it a little bit. You have to take everything that they say with a little bit of skepticism. With a lot of skepticism. I think we haven't gotten really anything out of the U.S. in terms of the Trump administration. We haven't gotten any really positive deals. We've been slapped with tariffs on some sectors that we rely on in terms of our relationship with the U.S. But if you look at the kinds of geopolitical favors we've done to the U.S., like we're the only country to bomb Yemen alongside the U.S. We had actually mobilized forces around Iran. There's evidence that even, all kinds of, we sent a carrier to the South China Sea, all kinds of geopolitical, special relationship favors we do for the U.S. And so I think that doing the same thing over and over again, being sort of obsequious and slavish to the U.S. and to Trump, does not serve British interests. And,
well, you say, Tony Blair was accused of being, George Bush's poodle, but at the end of the day, we are no longer, ruling most of the world. We are playing second fiddle to our much more powerful economically and militarily, cousins across the Atlantic. Makes quite a lot of sense to keep in with them, doesn't it?
Why?
Why? Because if it's not America, who do you think it's going to be?
No, but we don't get anything material out of it.
Do we not get anything material out of it?
Not really. What it does is it alienates potential allies in other parts of the world.
Who are allies?
We could have a better relationship with China. We don't need.
We should absolutely focus on having a much better relationship with a totalitarian murderous state. 100%.
Wait, what is this moralism? I mean, it's not a murderous.
What do you mean? What is this moralism?
Is it any more murderous than the Americans who are financing the genocide in Palestine? Absolutely not.
Sorry, the Americans. The Americans are responsible for genocide in Palestine?
Julia, did you just wake up?
No, I literally didn't hear what you said because it was so visible. Sorry.
No, it's not. The Americans finance, defend diplomatically to the hilt. They're behind what
the state of Israel.
Well.
Yes,
of course.
As we should all defend the state of Israel.
Okay, yes, the murderous regime.
Regime.
You're the only person who still defends that.
I'm the only person who still defends Israel.
That is outside of the state of Israel. The only thing people will remember you for, Julia, is your vociferous defense of mass murder.
I would be proud if the only thing I was remembered for was my defense of the only democratic state in the Middle East. I would die proud.
Of the Holocaust in Gaza. That's what you'll be known for.
There's not a Holocaust in Gaza.
Yes,
there's not a genocide in Gaza.
What's the
Sorry,
defend it is
Ashok, you're supposedly, it always starts nicely, our conversations, doesn't it? Suppose you're an associate professor at a university.
Yes.
Do you know what the meaning of genocide means? Do you know what the meaning of Holocaust means? What is the population of Gaza now as opposed to October the 7th, 2023?
This is just standard lines.
No, it's a reasonable question. Israel is a massive they are a strong military power with amazing capability. If there was a genocide in Gaza, their population would have gone down,
and said that it was a genocide. The UN came out yesterday and said it was a genocide.
Have you seen that report? Have you read it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. How many times does it mention hostages?
Why does that matter?
How many times does it mention the October the 7th massacre?
Why should it?
How many times does it mention tunnels?
The genocide is occurring.
How many times does it mention human shields?
Genocide is occurring. The human shields, we're going to obliterate entire hospitals because there are human shields in there. How does that even work? So if someone kidnaps someone in this country, let's just say, puts them in a hospital, we're going to blow up the whole hospital? How are you even defending this still? It's outrageous.
We don't do that, and neither does Israel.
We don't do that.
How on earth is Israel, a very competent military state, committing genocide in Gaza, and yet the population in Gaza has gone up?
The population hasn't gone up. Where are you getting that data from? From the Israeli state? Where
are you getting your data from? Hamas terrorists?
What do you mean Hamas terrorists? It's been backed up by every single international aid organization.
Has it?
And but they don't allow any journalists in there. That's the game they play.
There are plenty of journalists in there. You don't trust Al Jazeera?
They don't allow any outside journalists in there.
Al Jazeera is it? Al Jazeera is it?
Yeah, all of their reporters have been murdered by
No, they haven't.
Yes, they
No,
have.
they haven't.
Yes, they
Al
have.
Jazeera has reporters in.
They've killed more reporters in
Most
Gaza
of them,
than
well,
World
actually, an
War I,
awful
World War
lot
II,
of
and the
them are
Vietnam
actually,
War combined.
awful lot of them have actually been Hamas operatives. Some of them are actually involved in the October 7th massacre.
There's no evidence of that. All you do is
Ashok,
you come on and you're a mouthpiece for the Israeli state.
I'm a mouthpiece for the Israeli state.
You're just a mouthpiece. You don't.
You're
think,
a
you haven't said
mouthpiece
one
for terrorists, then.
You haven't said one critical thing. You're a
mean,
mouthpiece for a terrorist state.
I'm literally stating
state.
facts that are
Yes,
provable.
No,
They're
you're not.
How is there a genocide? And why would Israel be so uniquely incompetent at committing genocide in Gaza?
They're competently doing it. They've obliterated every single building that's above 4 floors. Like, why? 93% of buildings have been destroyed in Gaza.
That's not true. Rafah is completely destroyed. Why was it destroyed? Because all of the buildings were booby-trapped with IEDs by Hamas.
All of the buildings were booby-trapped. You really believe that?
In Rafah, yeah.
You actually believe every single building in Rafah was booby-trapped.
Hamas have been pretty open about this stuff, mate. They film it.
Not even Israel's saying this. Who's saying this?
I think you'll find the military are making that very clear. Ashok.
Yeah.
What do you make of Keir Starmer recognising a Palestinian state and saying he could do it? Wait for the question.
Yeah.
Waiting until after Trump has left the country because he knows that's something that Donald Trump will disapprove of. Does that show he's got a spine or that he's more of a poodle?
Obviously, Starmer is a spineless, like, obsequious factotum. It doesn't even matter. But the point is that, like, we've continued to do surveillance over Gaza on behalf of Israel. We've continued to arm Israel. We've continued to train Israeli soldiers.
Of their aid,
and now we're going to recognize Palestine. What does it mean to recognize Palestine when they've destroyed any remnants of what could be Palestine? So it doesn't mean anything. It's just, it's meaningless.
So they shouldn't do it then?
Well, do it if you want. Don't do it if you don't. But if you want to really have an impact, stop arming and stop surveilling on behalf of Israel.
But 1%,
genocide.
1% of arms to Israel come from the UK. I mean, we've already got an arms embargo. For goodness' sake, it doesn't make any difference. The Israelis are able to continue.
30% of the munition of the materials for the F-35, which is the main jet that flies and bombs Gaza, including 2,000 bombs, including 2,000-pound bombs that obliterate everything within a 100-yard radius. Are delivered to Israel by Britain, that are produced in Britain. So we could stop doing that.
We could stop doing that. And do you think that would make a difference when Israel are fighting an existential war against Hamas terrorists? What do you think?
Existential war by murdering 25,000 children? Probably that's the official.
The official figure. No, it's a Hamas figure.
Unofficial.
It's a Hamas figure.
Everything Hamas. That's just so tired. No one buys that anymore.
Where do you think the figures come from?
You call everything Hamas. UN is Hamas.
UN is a Hamas apologist, yes. Where do you think the figures come from?
Like, do you just become Hamas the minute you say that Israel should stop murder?
Where do you think the figures come from?
Every single international organization backs the figures up. No, but then they don't allow any outside journalists in. So then anything that comes out.
How would journalists collate the numbers? That's not the journalists don't collate the numbers of deaths.
So they can kill as many people as they want, and you can just say all of it is Hamas. So any information that's coming out of Gaza is Hamas? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's a statement of fact. There is no information that comes out.
Therefore, there's no legitimacy, no deaths happening. There's nothing bad happening.
I never claimed that at all.
Because everything coming out of there is Hamas.
Do you not think it's strange that we see so much footage?
Utterly disgusting that you see so much video, so much footage, live streaming a genocide.
Yeah, isn't it? It's
every day.
We see live streaming, we see horrible images of terrible, terrible tragedies, terrible deaths of children and innocent civilians. Do you think it's strange that we never see any footage ever of Hamas soldiers being killed or being treated in hospital, despite the fact that even on Hamas's own figures, it's believed, quoting those figures, we're looking at 23,000 Hamas fighters.
Hamas's own figures are saying that they have 23,000
when they have funerals and they celebrate the lives of their own martyrs, it's a bit of a giveaway that they are being people who are being killed by Israeli rockets.
Where is that being shown?
You need to go and do a bit more research. I can put you in touch with some people who've done lots of that research. Yeah, I just think maybe if you just stop just talking to people who are just waving Hamas flags in Westminster.
Maybe if you just stop talking to the Israeli consulate, then maybe
I don't get my information from the Israeli government. I get it from independent independent military.
That's even sadder. You're doing it without even getting any personal benefits. It's just shocking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I get paid to give my opinions, Ashok? Am I being paid by the Israeli government?
You're getting paid right now.
I'm being paid, but I don't get paid to give any particular opinion. I have my opinions based on the facts as I see them.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
You're the only person, literally,
I'm literally not the only person.
Yeah, everyone has conceded ground. You haven't conceded an inch.
No, everyone hasn't. Everyone that you speak to, you work in. I've been critical of the West Bank. I've been critical of various policies. I certainly hold no candle for Benjamin Netanyahu or indeed the two right-wingers in his government. Is that enough for you?
No, it's not enough.
No, of course it's not. Of course it's not. I'm going to have to leave us here, but only because we're over time. Ashok, I do think, because I make it a point of mine to actually talk to and listen to and read people who disagree with me, I think that you should really try doing that and you might learn a bit more. 11:48 is the time.